The next question, one way or another, is connected to the events in the USA. The first and foremost question. Billionaire Jeffrey Epstein died in the USA, mass media reported. What does the arrest of Epstein and his alleged suicide mean?
A question about credibility of the alleged suicide is on the agenda, of course. But right now, as a premise, we should accept a position that a suicide took place. Here's another piece of information that circulates in the United States. Whom the dead body belongs to? Is it Epstein or somebody else? All of it should be taken into account. But as a general line, we accept the version that Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide. Let's take a look at Jeffrey Epstein. This is not the first time Jeffrey Epstein got the attention of criminal justice. He was a convicted criminal for soliciting and procuring the underage girls for prostitution. Instead of a lifetime sentence, he got only 13 months. As a result of a plea deal, it is an option in the US justice system. Moreover, this plea deal was found unlawful, but the court left the sentence unchanged, and that unlawful deal was the base for his second arrest. Who is Epstein? Epstein was engaged in porno business, and to be more precise, specialized in providing underage girls to rich perverts. He used the private plane nicknamed Lolita Express for that purpose. Prince Andrew, second son of Queen Elizabeth II, was a frequent flyer on Lolita Express. The President of the United States, Bill Clinton, he was the president at the time, was a registered passenger on that plane 26 times. By the way, at every one of those trips, Bill Clinton was breaking the law. He either would leave Secret Service agents at the airport or even at the White House by leaving the residence on private Epstein's helicopter. In both cases, the President of the United States was breaching required security protocol, and security personnel naturally reported it in writing. Here is an interesting thing. The arrest of Epstein means only one thing: the collapse of American country elite and destruction of Clinton. But with Clinton, it is not as simple as it seems. There is Clinton's list with 50 to 100 names in it. All of them committed suicide or were killed under mysterious circumstances as soon as a person became a threat to the Clintons. I could tell something about them. That person died right away. Even if we take a lower number, 50 people, it is too many. Too many. But if we take a higher number, more than 100 people, it is beyond human comprehension. Most recent mysterious case, not in the list yet. There is a Bill Clinton's photo with a small girl taken in that private Epstein's jet. So that girl celebrated her 20th birthday and suddenly committed suicide soon after. As soon as the question arose to that young woman if she would share details of her flight with Bill Clinton on Jeffrey Epstein's jet, she readily committed suicide. There are a lot of similar stories with dead people around Clinton. Hillary has a nickname, Hillary, for a reason. From the very beginning, it was clear the arrest of Jeffrey Epstein is a catastrophe for Clinton. So what is going to happen next? Jeffrey Epstein is in a particular prison. Some people voiced their concerns. Epstein must be moved to another prison with high security because he will be killed here. This transfer didn't happen. And suddenly, I think it was on July 24th, a security guard walked by the hall where he shouldn't be walking at the time and saw Epstein needing medical attention. He called an ambulance and Epstein survived. Now he was transferred to a different prison. Epstein had been on suicide watch. So according to American laws, he wasn't supposed to have any clothes. But this regulation wasn't followed, and on a second try, Epstein succeeded with suicide. Epstein's death is a Clinton's victory in general. A lot of questions connected with Clinton and country elite will lay to rest. But if second Epstein's suicide was simulated, first suicide attempt was an attempt to murder Epstein, there is no doubt about it. Regarding the second attempt, sometimes to successfully conclude an investigation, law enforcement authorities stage a death scene and hide the person of interest. If that is the case, that means Clinton is still under threat. The question about Epstein, alive or dead, is crucial for the Clintons. The answer will lay down their destiny, both personal and together with all US country elite. Trump is slowly gathering momentum. He withstood the attack of country elite and is now striking back. Even if Epstein is killed, it doesn't mean that it is over. Hillary Clinton has a bloody trail behind her. Bill Clinton has even bigger trail and could be put behind bars right now. Here is the thing. American country elite suffers from one defeat after another. If the Clintons were lucky and managed to kill Epstein, then he won't give his testimony, slanderous testimony against Clinton. If Epstein is alive, he has two options. He either speaks or he doesn't. If Epstein doesn't give his testimony against Clinton, the Clintons will kill him anyway. Epstein's one real choice is to make a deal with prosecution and give real testimony. On top of that, there is a lot of information, video, photo, financial transactions, fly logs of helicopters and jets. There are many loose ends for Clinton. Epstein's testimony would have a secondary role. So, we will see. Destruction of Clintonoids, elimination of American country elite surely leads to the end of libertards in Russia, to the collapse of Maidan. Those who try to serve Americans and pull people on the streets under slogans like "protest the elections," "stop mayhem of police," or "take down the state" won't succeed. A supporter of the conception of social safety a priori cannot be an enemy of the state, for one simple reason. The alternative to the state is a gang, where the source of power is a firearm, and only one right would be left, the right of the strongest. It is not acceptable. but a state can be rebuilt.